Onks kaikki hyvä? Good to go? Okay. Alright, so welcome to Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. I'm just gonna start this by showing off how amazing the character creation of this game is. So you're supposed to start off with building up your stats like this, but the problem is you can just go back to your base and repick your clan, and you get infinite stats this way if you're playing on 1.1. So you start out the entire run with max stats. It's pretty great. Thank you. How's that? Sounds good? Alright. Okay, good to go. So then we just auto spends points and accept. And the time is going to start in just a second. Never mind, because it didn't skip the cutscene for some reason. So I guess we're watching the intro.
How long is the intro?
It's like a couple minutes long.
Oh, nice.
So we'll be here for a while.
How come it didn't skip the intro then?
I don't know. It's supposed to be like in the console that it skips it every time, but it didn't for some reason.
I guess it's not too surprising considering this game is known for not being all that functioning.
Exactly, yeah. But we do get some epic plot at least. So this game starts off with you sleeping with some dude, and it turns out that the dude is a vampire, so you get turned into a vampire too. And then plot happens. Isn't she beautiful?
Oh, yes. Why did you pick Nosferatu, by the way, as your clan?
It's because of the clan abilities that they have. Mainly just Obfuscate, which turns you invisible, lets you sneak past a lot of areas, mainly the very end of the game. Which we used to run this with Tremere in the past because of the damage dealing abilities that they have, but the end game is like so much easier with the Nosferatu, and there's like a couple of places that's also faster with them. And also female, because females just are faster for some reason. They just like walk faster than men.
Yeah, I do remember that. I mean, do you actually have the velocity visible over there?
Yeah,
on the
you
top
do,
right corner? Yeah. Or does that only show camera position for one of the skips later on in the game?
It shows a bunch of stuff. It shows the very top number, obviously, it's FPS, but then the bottom number is the player velocity. The ones above that is like the camera angles and such like that. Which, like you said, I'll be looking at one of those for a skip later on.
Was there any speed difference between different clans? Because I know that for some reason females just run faster than males, but are all the clans the same speed?
Well, we're pretty sure that Nosferatu's faster than everything else, but the thing is, nobody's really run any other clans. I think the last Tremere run was over a year ago, so people really just run Nosferatu these days.
I mean, it wasn't that far off, though, was it?
It didn't used to be, but I'm pretty sure the difference now is like 4 minutes or something.
Oh, wow, that's a lot more than I remember.
Yeah. Yeah, when Icy started running this game, he found like a bunch of strats and stuff and optimizations everywhere. So who knows, maybe you can do those with Tremere as well, and that run would be minutes faster as well. But like I said, nobody's really played Tremere in a while.
Has anyone tried to run with any of the quote-unquote worst clans, just for fun?
Very few times, yeah. I know Lurk was routing some of the other clans, but I don't think he ever really finished. He was also trying to finish routing all quests, but with a game like this where you can get locked out of quests and the game can just crash randomly, it's not the easiest thing to route.
Oh, the cutscene still continues.
Yeah, it really does drag on for a while. Did it hang?
I was just gonna ask if is there supposed to be audio that I can't hear, or is
there we go.
Okay, that was.
We just needed to stare at that doorway for a minute. There we go. Kuulen.
If we wish to
Selvä.
survive. When someone, anyone breaks these laws,
And yes, the tech crew is aware of you not having game sound. They're working on it.
society understand my predicament. Allowing you to live makes me directly responsible for your subsequent behavior. So,
And what engine is this? This is Source Engine. Isn't this like
but the opportunity
the first game
to
released with
transcend
Source
the
Engine?
fate woven by
Yeah,
Like even
something
predating
like that.
Half-Life 2.
Yeah.
this is your trial. You will be brought to Santa Monica.
So there will be bunny
There you
hopping and
meet
there
your
will be
agent by the
wall
name of
strafing and all that good stuff.
He will provide
crouch
the
jumps.
details of your labor. I've shown you great clemency. Prove it
Alright,
was
we're
more than
actually
a
getting
waste of
close to
just
actually being able to
reflection.
play the game.
Don't come back until you do.
Good evening. Alright, and now time starts in 3, 2, 1, go. And with those dialogue options, you just skip doing the tutorial, which obviously doing a tutorial is really slow. So we just go through our apartment, which Prince LaCroix set up for us. We get a few blood packs, and then we get some money. And a very important thing with this game is when during the screen fade-ins, you can actually move during those already. So I'm technically in a cutscene, but I'm in dialogue with that bum in the background. So with that money that I just picked up, I'm gonna go in here and buy a lockpick from this guy, which is gonna be very important for another skip. Because the start of this run is now a little bit of a mess and hard to follow with the new strats and everything.
Yeah, I think you were supposed to follow the guy who we saw in the cutscene
Yeah.
just a bit ago.
So I'm just gonna make a quick save there just in case. So this girl is supposed to talk to you, but I talked to her instead, and she's actually not in a good angle. So she's supposed to... Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. So we're reloading. We're trying that again. No, that's still not gonna work. She's supposed to be facing like straight forward and not at an angle like that. There we go. Well, actually, that might not be good either. Nope.
Don't think I've seen this trick before.
Yeah, this is fairly new. It's like a couple of months old at this point. But yeah, like you were saying earlier, no, I'm just gonna do this and see if this does anything. Start off the run by cheating. Yeah, she's supposed to run towards the elevator that you see to the right, except she really doesn't want to do that right now.
What do we...
That's my fault.
Okay, is the elevator door closed and you need her to open it for you, or what's the case here?
Yeah, it's not closed at this point, however, it
What do
will be
we-
later on. Because the reason we're doing this is because we want to skip the beach house scene entirely, which is why that wounded guy was there. Because he's supposed to give you like this mission to go. No, that's not good either. She's really not cooperating today. But yeah,
Yeah.
he's supposed to give you this mission to go get this bomb. There we go. There we go, now she's where she's supposed to be. So, instead of that whole beach house mission where we're supposed to get this astrolite that Mercurio had and got stolen, we just skip all of that and go into the beach house instead. Which we don't have a quest for technically yet, but we're gonna go over there anyway. And normally you're supposed to get a key from Therese to get in here, I think, but because we have max stats and everything, we just lockpick everything. And climbing ladders at an angle like that is also faster. Another quick save just in case. So right here, the game is trying to drag you into that hole right there. So by doing a crouch jump over those stairs, you skip an entire like basement section that's really long and really boring. So instead, we're just gonna go over here and lockpick us this door. Go into this service elevator, just hang out for a little bit.
But yeah, the basement section, I think that's like almost half of this entire mission.
It's pretty close at least, yeah. It's really long. Lots of running back and forth and picking up or reading newspapers and stuff. Because yeah, this used to be a hotel that was closed down because someone was murdered in it. And it's now possessed by the ghost of the girl that was murdered, and that's the reason why we're here. So we need to take damage from that one kettle for that microwave to go flying into that door. Because, I don't know.
Makes a lot of sense
Yeah.
when you put it like that.
Yeah, exactly. And also, I actually took a lot of damage there, so I'm going to take this next one safe later. Base. That's not fast at all. But yeah, this section. Hello? Just gonna do this for the last one. There's like a little cutscene there, but you can just jump through
It's
it.
actually possible to die in that section. I always wondered, because whenever I see somebody run through there, it's always a really close call.
It is possible to die there, but like you have to take a lot of damage from the kitchen before, which I did, which is why I was a little scared. Also, yeah, that painting can also kill you. But yeah, we got out of there fine. And we're out of there. But yeah, that's also one way you can sort of gain vision, I guess, earlier, if you can open your inventory the moment you load into the map. You can just open it and close it and you see everything immediately. And you can see when you load in based off the information in the top right. So once again, I never really picked up the mission to get the quest, to go to the beach house. But Jeanette right here is gonna want to try and get the amulet that we picked up, but we don't want to give it to her. And this will skip another quest that she had. And by opening the inventory during this cutscene, what is she doing? I guess we're cheating again.
That's just vampire things.
Yes, Asylum after Ocean House. There we go. But yeah, normally she's supposed to also have another mission for you to go slash these paintings in this art exhibit, but you can just not do that. Like, that's just an option in the game. You can just not do that quest, which is hilarious to me.
Bye. Leave now.
But yeah, let's try that again. So yeah, opening and closing the inventory during this cutscene, it gives me control during this cutscene. So I'm just holding W here, and hopefully I'll get in the elevator doors right this, yes. So we're gonna send the elevator up here, because once again, we never really talked to the bartender that's supposed to unlock the elevator and everything, so the elevator's closed and locked the entire time. But by sending it up, the door upstairs actually isn't closed. But yeah, the sisters are gonna start the conversation. And we're gonna have some time here, so let's dance.
I like you're not suspicious at all.
I know,
despite
right?
being a Nosferatu.
Yeah.
That is a thing, right? That
It is.
in most areas you just
Anyway, enough of that.
I just
And
got
so
through
with
it.
pizza.
Thank
But
you.
yeah, there's a little thing here. We just crouch jump into the ceiling and yeah,
The museum.
suddenly we're upstairs.
Don't block.
Because it turns out Therese
Excellent,
just
Jeanette.
really wants to talk to you, so she pulls you through the ceiling.
I asked her. I want to
Here
see
we
my
are.
sister. Yes, I'll call it off once I've spoken
And now
with
we
her
wait for the
myself.
dialogue to
Just do what I
finish that
ask.
we're supposed to be out on the other side of this door for, but we're in here instead. And there we go. Now I'm just gonna make another quick save. Because once again, the elevator is not supposed to work. So I'm gonna get a precise angle here. I don't think that's good. No, that's not gonna work. But yeah, the plan is to drop the lockpick in the middle of the door so that the lockpick stops the doors from closing.
I fucking love the source engine.
Yeah. That should be good.
So you're just not gonna need the lockpick for now?
No,
For a while,
we're just
at
gonna
least.
leave it for there for a little bit. And that guy got scared. Didn't really do anything though. Whoa. Okay. So I'm gonna play this safe and just feed off of this last guy because the last few attempts I've done, I've got like a criminal violation from doing this, and I'm pretty sure feeding sort of stops that from happening. Just playing a little bit safe.
Oh yeah, I remember, I think it was Lurk who was trying to do something here, and for whatever reason, there was some really strange way to trigger events
Yeah.
in that cafe.
But it kind of works out for the marathon route anyway, because now I have more blood and it's more lenient. So yeah, the lockpick's in the door now. Once again, a quick save for safety, but I can sort of wedge myself in the door and it'll open and GG. We're in the elevator now. And this is where you normally find out that yes, there are sort of
As soon as I
split
told the story-
personality,
Shut
but
up. You never gave. Isn't it? You're one. Shut. You don't. Don't you want to shut up? Don't try and you. I'm the taken. Is that right? She's a and you're a. I don't think trusted father love. Father can't. Don't listen to her. Therese. What? That's as I recall. Why? Therese, Jeanette's ear. You do have. More
so yeah, I
of
hope you got all of that for plot
but
reasons.
only you do it, and you did. If she would, yes. When I was a child, he said we'd get happier. I never. No. I'll
But yeah,
stop
basically
that,
there's this
Mother.
other
You know.
Nosferatu that the sort of other personality of this girl was hooking up with, I guess, and the other one hated. So now we got them to have a make up a truce so we can go see this vampire, this Nosferatu guy. And for some reason we need to go blow up a warehouse. I'm not entirely sure why, but that's where we're going.
I want it. News travels down the country. I've been. Yes, I. Here. You ready to?
I mean, this is pretty close to the end of this first hub area, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the last thing
Yeah.
you do. Oh, come on. Yeah, physics objects in this game are actually going to be your worst enemy. Like, none of the bosses or enemies are a problem whatsoever, but physics objects don't tend to work. Mainly because we're playing this at a way higher FPS than I'm supposed to. Okay. But this is the first use of Obfuscate. So what Obfuscate does is because of its max level, I'm basically just invisible for like a really long time period. And because none of the guys see me at any point, I can just leave out of the front door. There used to be actually a really cool damage abuse strat where you like jump on top of these explosives that just shoot you really high up, but unfortunately you don't do that anymore with Obfuscate. It just goes straight out the front door.
Actually, what was the reason you did that whole boost in the first place in the old route? Like, is the door closed, or do they just?
Yeah, the door
the
closes
damage?
normally. Yeah.
Okay, the door. Okay.
Hope for ice. Tell me. Most pleasure.
Oops. So now we're done with Santa Monica, which is the first hub of the entire game. So we're just gonna go into the sewers and go to downtown LA.
I didn't even know you can travel like this.
Yeah, it normally doesn't ever come up with as Nosferatu you have to do this.
I like this cutscene. That's
I know. It's pretty great.
Cap just conveniently stops there.
Yeah.
Let's drink.
And the guy also just knows that you happen to get out right there.
Out for the sunrise.
We're going to have a lot of fun with this one. Think you could blow up our warehouse and get away with it? Ah, Nick.
I want its teeth.
Camera the fuck. Boys, I think we could all use a little entertainment. Those of you sitting in the first few rows will get wet.
Nice little fourth wall break right there.
Son of a bitch!
Leave.
There's 3 of us, Rodriguez.
Yeah. 3 of us. What are you gonna do? Shoot us?
What are you gonna do? Shoot us? And as it turns out, that's exactly what he's gonna do.
We'll find you. You too, Rodriguez. You're both dead. Nobody messes with a Sabbat and lives.
Keep moving. Trouble sure seems to like you. Good effort.
Yeah. Turns out he didn't need that
Execution
grenade
will
anyway.
work. You look like shit. Nick, want me to go? That's what I... This is a mean existence. Stay out of trouble, kid.
That was one of the long bunny hop sections of the game. You don't really get very many sections just like this.
Yeah, movement in downtown looks so nice.
Oh, okay.
You got a right. They sired kid out.
Yep. There we go. Unfortunately, we only get to do that one way because there's a sewer in here that we need to go into. Okay.
I guess that's one downside of playing Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Although you can get some pretty good speed here as well.
Yeah. Almost straight into the sewer entrance, but good enough.
Hey, most that's you've done well. You may get. There have been. The police are now. You have. Do not. The last thing. Good. How? Now that. Good. Good. One more thing. You've been careless lately about maintaining that.
Is this a boat mission?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so the major plot point in the game. Some mysterious sarcophagus you need to investigate. Was supposed to be on this boat and you're meant to check it out. And for that you need to head back to Santa Monica.
And this is the pier where you would have normally went right at the start of the game to get to the astrolite, but
That whole mission was skipped.
yeah. Which I'm really thankful for because there used to be a really odd skip to jump through over that fence, which
yeah.
I'm really glad I don't have to do anymore.
I tried to learn the speedrun like a long time ago, and I remember hating that skip.
Oh yeah, it's awful.
Sorry, investigator.
Hey, the game didn't crash. Nice. Also, there's
Question
a
from the chat.
fly right in front of my face. Excuse me, officer.
Do you have dialogue choice numbers on it somewhere?
What was that?
Do you have the dialogue choice numbers as a note somewhere?
Yeah, I have it on my phone in front of me. Like, I have a good bunch of them memorized, but there's a lot of them, and I haven't played this game as much recently. But yeah, there's the supposed sarcophagus right there. Oh, excuse me. Oh, because we're not doing that.
I like how you can do this mission stealthily, and you are playing as the clan that is good at stealth, and this is just the way it works out.
Yeah, you just don't need to do that. Turns out vampires are very good at absorbing bullets to the face.
Sorry, investigator. Thought you were someone else.
Convenient, the low trigger is just like the entire boat, so you can just jump off.
And what's up next? Is the museum?
Yes. Yes,
All
it
right.
is.
Still kind of remembering how this game plays out.
There we go, downtown.
About maintaining the masquerade. See that you don't.
So these guys had a little meeting here, and there's some very amazing physics about to happen in just a little bit. Pay attention to the guy in the red coat. Whee! Anyway, carrying on.
And the. Okay. Those. This about to. Yes. For the. Yes. When we hear from Grouch, you may come back.
Actually, no, the museum is not next. Grout's mansion is first.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I lied.
You. No. You should get.
So normally you'd have to wait for all of that, but using obfuscate there just to be sure, so that that one vampire in the back doesn't notice me. Because the way those guys work, there's like that one main dude that looks like that, and then there's like the few like minions, I guess, in the room. So if the main guy sees you, the others activate, but the other two normally don't care at all. That switch was actually really nice. It has a tendency to just not function, so you have to mash a lot to get it to work. Come on. Oh, he's there.
Is it because you're playing at a high FPS, or is that just the vampire being vampire?
It's vampire being vampire.
All right.
I think it has something to do with the guy pulling the switch as well, but the timing is just really weird and doesn't really make any sense.
Because what I distinctly remember from playing this is that with every door you gotta be a bit careful when you're playing the high FPS.
Yeah, exactly. Because, like I said earlier, physics objects are your worst nightmare when playing this game, because you're playing at like way higher FPS than you're supposed to. So I actually have a keybind. Hello. Keybind to switch FPS mid-run on my mouse. So every time I go through a door, I switch my FPS down to down to 60. So the thing is, if I switch my FPS back up too early, there's a chance I get stuck in the door. That's not right. Whoops. There we go. Wrong way around.
It's a really good puzzle.
It's actually really painful if you don't know the correct sequence to it. It's one of those things where you have to get all of them on at the same time.
I don't think I ever figured out what the correct sequence is. I just pressed them like 3 times and it worked.
Yeah, I feel like that's what most people do.
I do like how pretty much all of the story missions in this game are really distinct. And all
Yeah.
the mission areas look really different, especially this one.
Yeah, there is quite a lot of variety in this game. So the only reason I'm going in here is just get in the fridge and getting all that blood for the very end of the game. Yep.
Even with maximum stats, the ending is still pretty rough, right? Or
Well,
there some
it's
specific
mainly
strat-
just because you spam burying Beetle on the final boss, and using your abilities uses up blood. So if you're really low on blood, it has a chance for your character to go into frenzy and you lose character
see.
control.
Forgot that was a mechanic.
Yeah, it doesn't come up very often, and I don't honestly know what the trigger is for that either, because you can be really low on blood and it doesn't happen. Oh. Stairs are that guy's worst enemy, by the way. He just doesn't want to follow you up here. I didn't hit that. There we go.
Another question from the chat about why do you play at high FPS? Is there any advantage specifically?
It's mainly for bunny hopping purposes. It just makes everything a lot faster. And just in game, like in general, the game's faster at higher FPS.
Oh yeah, what the stream can't see, but this is at what, 800 by 600 resolution?
Something like that. I don't know what it is actually. I don't know the numbers, but it is windowed. And the reason for that, once again, is FPS reasons.
Exactly.
So yeah, here's Grout. He owns the mansion. At least he used to.
Bad day.
Yes, very bad day. And there's... Okay, I drew the gun for some reason. But yeah, there's Bach. He's a vampire hunter. He's supposed to be a villain in this game, but in the run, that's the only time you see him, so I hope you liked his face.
I don't remember him being any significant character in the first place.
Yeah, there's like a little amount of side missions that you go and get rid of him. That guy's a pain, so you just use Night Wisp Ravens to incapacitate him to get by really easily. And that's Grout's mansion. I gotta close up our face in a tri-point landing. There we go. And now it's gonna be the museum. There we go.
The primitive... Grouch! Bach! Bach is a... Look at me. It means I need to become it. The manifest... Here are the key. There is a degree of immediacy attached to this task. Fact.
I was kind of expecting you to use Obfuscate again, but...
Yeah, you don't really need to here, because it's just a few policemen. There's one bad part about that though, because sometimes sometimes the cops can just shoot you while you're lockpicking the door. Okay. Okay.
That's some lockpicking?
There we go. Just didn't feel like doing it. But yeah, sometimes the cops can shoot you as you're lockpicking the door, and they'll get like stop you from lockpicking.
I'm just loving this counterintuitive gameplay of play a mission that's stealth oriented as the stealth class
Yeah.
and just get shot. Doesn't matter.
Ah, it's fine.
It's totally fine. As a Hitman player, I appreciate it.
So this guy around the corner has the key card. If you just stun him, he just drops it for some reason. That door doesn't really matter, you can just run into it.
I'm an art. Oh, I know what. Oh, don't.
Very good. And that's actually the last thing you do in downtown, so getting close to Hollywood, where interesting things are going to happen. At least one interesting thing. Where am I?
I think the only thing I remember about Hollywood off the top of my head is the sewers.
Oh yeah, that is an awful part of the game, casually. And it's still a little bit dumb in speedrun because of the little Geodude looking dudes, but hopefully it'll go alright. But yeah, we go in the sewers by closing the sewer grate. Great. Okay, that was a little awkward, but we made it. There's a very good chair physics here as well.
So, perhaps. Call me up. What I want.
So this is the Baron of the vampires in Hollywood. He has things to say and welcome us, but well, I don't have time for that. I'm just gonna leave instead. And Hollywood normally is notorious for being an FPS sink. And most PCs, even if it is really good, has a struggle, but this PC is actually really good and pulling like constantly over 100 FPS, which is really nice.
Yeah, still, like, in the previous sections you had like 200, almost consistently.
Yeah, so that chair is bad. So that email is gonna let me know where this courier is that supposedly has this other tape. Because the Baron, Isaac, wants me to go see these, find these tapes for him, because there's a evil dude messing with his with his vibes, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't have it. I stashed it someplace.
So this guy has a chance to run around you in circles for a little bit before he leaves. But if you look away from him, it mainly fixes that issue. So yeah, he just runs straight past you. Because I don't know why. Vampire. Okay. Get stuck on the sewer for a little bit there. So yeah, that guy tells me to look for ginger swans, which is what we're gonna do. And now, we're supposed to get 2 tapes, but the thing is, I'm gonna get the second tape first. And the tape is upstairs in this building, but there's a locked door in the way. So what I'm gonna do instead, I'm gonna get myself permanently stuck in that door that you just saw there for a little bit. Now, if you look at the number that's the 3rd from the bottom, that's at, what the fuck is going on? There we go. It's at 20 right there. If I permanently save load while I'm stuck in the door, the game... Oh, I messed it up there. Or the game messed it up. But you can fix it up really easily. Just load up the quick save manually. But yeah, if you're stuck in if you're stuck in anything and you save load continuously, the game just pushes you upwards. So I can just bypass the locked door by clipping through the ceiling instead by getting stuck in the door. Oh, keyboard. Hello. There we go. So now we're just in a completely different place. Okay.
How much time do you think that saves?
Minutes.
Alright.
Because, well, actually, I don't even remember how you're supposed to normally do it. I think you get the first tape and then do a bunch of other stuff, okay?
I mean, I assume it's not something that you can just easily time how much it is, because that's the sequence breaks the whole section so much.
Yeah, pretty much. There's the first Geodude looking dude right there. And he really wants me dead right now. They're actually really weird because they pretty much like can accelerate infinitely. You'll see that in the series when there's a lot of them, but unless you bunny hop really well, they'll just like jump through you and end up in front of you and hit you anyway, which is fun. Okay, that piece of crate just like imploded.
And this is where the first part of the tape is.
Yes. This is the Ginger Swans part of the tape. Because through the emails and everything, you find out that it's like this actress that died and has a tape, and it's like in her, whatever this thing is called, like in her crypt. So this is the first tape. Well, the first part of the tape. Which normally you're supposed to go show Isaac, and then he'll tell you like, oh, this tape is incomplete, and go find the second tape.
And you have to watch the tape while you're in there, and that's what takes a long time.
Yes. Although you do still have to watch the first tape as well. But
you do watch them both?
Yes.
Still?
Yes.
Oh, dang. I kind of assumed that a big part of the time save would be that you can only watch the tape or the second part of the tape if you do it like this.
Yeah, you would think that, but no.
Would be nice. No such luck, sadly.
Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate. So Isaac apparently didn't get the memo of me leaving, and he's still talking when I get here.
In the meantime, consider yourself a welcome guest in my barony. Welcome.
Yes, thank you for welcoming me.
I didn't.
Now here's this tape that you didn't ask
I'm in
for.
a hurry to find out what's behind all the hype, so get comfortable. I do have a feeling that whatever's here may be of use to both of us.
Alright, that actually wasn't nearly as long as I remembered.
I assume. Behind. Then this is no
And then we
doubt
just give him the
one
second part of the
issue.
tape.
Hand me the tape. There might be something on it that will give us some insight into what its motives are.
And as it turns out, just seeing the front door of this house lets you know what house it is. Because exactly one house in Hollywood, all of Hollywood has that front door.
Yeah, still gotta watch the first part again.
Yeah. In case you forgot what it looks like.
It's been such a long time.
I know, right?
Well, if I make it when you're...
So now we can leave. And now the point is to find that vampire guy that Isaac is so concerned about. Or actually, I'm not even sure if it is a vampire. It's a really weird looking dude anyway. And after that, we can go find the Nosferatu. There's some really weird things with these walls here, because like, you can't wall strafe here because there's like this one nail right there in the wall.
Great attention to detail by the devs.
So here he is. He's called Andre. And he's apparently the guy that created all the Geodudes, and he just really want to pull out the gun for some reason. So you activate Potence at the start of this fight because Potence just gives you a bunch of extra damage. And then you just spam Hurrying Beetle to do a little bit of extra. Oh, he's all the way over there. Sometimes this fight is really weird too, where he just like he'll just pop up for one and he'll go back down, and that's the end of the fight. He was technically already dead, but he just wanted to make one final experience. So now we get to the really stupid part if you're playing this casually, because it's really confusing, but also fairly tricky in speedruns.
Well, at least you get to bunny hop a lot. Or at
Yeah.
least try. If I remember right, there's a lot of enemies in the way that might make bunny hopping
Yes, there are.
not that great.
Especially in the third section. And the thing is, if you get hit once during your bunny hops, you're pretty much screwed. You have to just kill them and start again. And you'll actually see another glitch here in a little bit, because some doors in this game are very nice. They're locked, but as it turns out, you can just open them anyway. So technically I entered this area from the exact opposite place where it's putting me from, but it still plays the cutscene. And because it plays the cutscene, it also places me in the area where, you know, the cutscene places you, which is very nice. Also, that's a very nice button. Also, you really don't want to get hit by those things that they shoot, because they slow you down tremendously. Yeah. So I will quick save here, just because for whatever reason I've had a tendency to fail this jump recently. It's not even hard in any way, but I've still failed it recently for some reason.
I mean, it is still a strafe jump at least.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be able to make that, I don't think.
There we go. So yeah, you skip fighting that another beautiful creation of Andre's. So yeah, this is the hard part. And you start off by falling from a great height, as you do. And eating some rats. That's a good point about Nosferatu as well. You get extra blood from rats. Because as Nosferatu, you don't normally get the option to feed off of regular people. Whoa.
Ooh, close call.
Okay. Thankfully, I think I outran the first, 3 guys, so that didn't actually matter. So I think we're supposed to save that Nosferatu, but instead we're just gonna get this passkey and leave. Also, you're there for some reason, I don't really know why.
Still get around it
Okay,
pretty
you're
easily.
there for some reason. We made it out okay.
That was a really good bunny hopping.
Yeah, that actually went pretty smoothly. I'm pretty happy with that. That was not. Whatever. That only saves a few seconds anyway, it's not that big of a deal. So yeah, as it turns out, the Nosferatu were hiding in the sewers under Hollywood the entire time. Oops. Okay. Oh, that's also another thing. Just to make your FPS even better, you turn off the water textures, because there's supposed to be things here that hurt you, but yeah. We turned that off. Also, if you're good at, like, actually good at Source games, you would bunny hop through here, but I'm not. I'm not icy, so I can't do that.
Yeah, definitely a lot of things to get stuck on.
Yeah. And for the longest dialogue in the game.
By the maybe we are. I'm over. You should be exact. And what? You should. I like to. Are you sure? Careful what. Whoa. What? Where? Oh, I know. The quaint. Even. You have the goat times. Of course.
Nice. So now that we've found the Nosferatu, he's told us... Oh, hello? There we go. He's told us to go find these basically Chinese vampires. Because I honestly don't remember why, but that's what we're doing.
And that leaves the fourth and final hub area of the game,
Yes.
which I believe is kind of short compared to the others. At least in speedrun.
Yes, yes. It would normally be... Well, actually, I guess even in casual playthrough, it would be fairly short, but... We're going to make that even shorter in the speedrun setting. Where am I going? Over here. Off to Chinatown. Oh. Whoa. Whoa! There we go. We got in there. Okay. There we go. So, normally you're supposed to go talk to Ming Zhao right now, who's like the head of the Chinese vampire community, I guess. She's in that little building, but instead... We're gonna hop in this tree, maybe. There we go.
Nope.
Or, never mind.
Yeah, the top half of the tree just doesn't have collision, so you can stand inside the tree.
Exactly, yeah. And there's like a random invisible wall here, but we can just crouch jump on top of it. So yeah, it's very convenient that the end of the game is just past Ming Zhao's place anyway, so you can just go here instead of talking to her. The only problem is because we're technically supposed to talk to her, we're in an Elysium state, so we're not allowed to use weapons or vampire powers or anything for this first section, so we just kind of have to tank everything. And that area can actually be surprisingly deadly, which is also another reason why you play 1.1, because you get the max stats and everything. But we're free now, so you get here.
One of these doors again? Just
Yeah, there we
from the
go.
other side?
Yes, nice. Come on, there we go. Also, because of all the skips, we have to save and load before that trigger played on there, because if we don't, these little spikes that spawn, you can't move them. And this next section right here is normally the area that's a really, really big pain in the ass, but with Obfuscate, it's not nearly as big of a deal. And I'm actually gonna play it a little safe again with blood, just because I can, and just feed off of this guy.
I mean, these guys have some more special weapons like fire arrows or something that does a lot of damage to vampires.
Fire crossbows, and those, for
Yeah.
whatever reason, are the most dangerous. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I honestly have no idea how I didn't die, because those are supposed to be one-hit kills. So I really don't know what happened there, but I'm glad it happened.
Living on the edge. Oh my god, this section looks so much nicer with the Obfuscate.
It really does. Because yeah, when we used to run Tremere, you had to just sort of run through there and pray. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this.
So I remember watching the Tremere runs, and this was always a struggle.
Yeah.
Just to get through.
Yeah.
It's just so many enemies that do so much damage.
That's really the main reason why I stopped playing this originally. I honestly don't remember what this is right now. It's not that, definitely. I think I just got these two mixed up. Yeah, there we go.
We at peace, Ken. Indeed. We did have a... LaCroix. Yes.
LaCroix. Anyway, now, for plot reasons that we haven't found out because of all the skips, we're going to beat her up. And now we basically just punch her and spam Burning Beetle. And this is where you use all the bloods that you picked up earlier in Ground Smash.
Actually doing a lot of damage. Because compared to the old Tremere runs, which I... like, that uses like blood magic or something.
What?
What the hell was that?
There we go.
The blood magic was there because of the damage output, and this seems comparable, definitely.
Yeah, it's the combination of the 1.1, so you have like max potence and everything. And time's coming up actually in just a little bit.
Nice camera angle.
Yeah. And time.
So,
I'm actually really happy with that run.
and soon
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the start of that run, I probably would have been a PB actually.
at last is mine.
Was that one elevator?
Yeah.
But after that, it went really smoothly.
Yeah.
Stand next to me while we open the sarcophagus.
Also didn't crash a single time, which is impressive.
Unusual for this game.
It really is quite unusual.
Is it Balthazar? Maybe Lazarus.
But yeah, shoutouts to the entire vampire community, especially Icy and Lurk, who helped me with this quite a bit. And all jokes aside, if you get community patches for this game, it is actually a very legitimately great game, and I do recommend everybody play it if you get the chance. But yeah, that's it for me, for Vampire, so thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the rest.